My mother did not feel sorry for herself. It's as simple as that. Self-pity was not one of her characteristics. Right to the end. You could call that courage, and I guess it is. It is a kind of courage.
No, I don't think she ever perceived herself as a victim. I think that sometimes people saw her as a victim, and I've seen her as a victim, because I have seen in her, my mother's eyes, great pain, great anxiety. I've seen it mostly about her disease, but also when she talked about Hollywood and the way she was chased away, her inability to see Pia.
It was not in her vocabulary to say, poor me. Why did this happen to me? She just never said things like that. She just went on. This train keeps going. When the Swedish director Ingmar Bergman and my mother, when they made Autumn Sonata together, the two of them put together their family histories, so to speak. And they made a story about a woman who has a talent, a great talent. And the crisis in this woman's life is whether or not to use her art, fulfill her God-given gift, or stay home and take care of her child. They met, and the first thing she started to tell him how she didn't like the script, she didn't understand the character, this could never happen, and he was like stunned. I mean, he's the maestro, you know. But that was very much my mother. You know, I've read the Mommy Dearest books and the books about children who have had many complaints about their parents' behavior. Now, I don't think you're going to see one of those books from any of my mother's children. And she wasn't there all the time. So you might say, well, there would be a book in that. But nobody is going to. None of her children are going to. And you know why? Because we all loved her. She was fun. She had a good heart. She had a capacity that was very endearing. You know, but it's the iron underneath that. I mean, you wanted to help her and then she'd be stubborn. But that's all right. That was her character. And I think her children accepted that that's the kind of person she was. A few years later, Mama had a second mastectomy. In addition, her arm became immensely swollen, which can sometimes happen with the removal of lymph nodes. So she wore her arm in a sling and called it jokingly my dog she had to carry.